Religion can kill your actual sense of reasoning. Benjamin is a 19-year-old boy from a very religious family. His both parents, though not pastors but very religious, they were always in church for one service or the other. Benjamin is a super talented footballer. Everyone knows and always come to cheer him up whenever he plays because it's such a delight to watch him play. He was part of a team called Lionheart Junior United. He was unarguably the best player on the team. Every now and then, Benjamin sneaks out of the house to the field to play football, to train and compete. His parents, being so dedicated in church, always want to take Benjamin along with them. They knew Benjamin was gifted with the talent of football, but they never believed it's something that can yield any result or become a career. Despite Benjamin missing out a lot of trainings and games with Lionheart Junior United, the coach still loved him because he was too exceptional. Whenever he shows up, he always performs a master class. On this special day, Lionheart Junior United was to have a special match in the west coast of the country against another team called Blaze United. The match is special because whoever wins this match, the team's name will be added under the major country league and will be able to compete on international level. All team members were already on the bus, including Benjamin, heading towards the stadium at the west coast. Then all of a sudden, Benjamin's parents appeared and dragged him out. So apparently it is harvest time in church and also a special season where each family has something to present in church. Benjamin had sneaked out of the house because of the football match. They took him to church. The rest of the team went for the match. The coach wasn't happy, but he couldn't do anything. While in church, Benjamin couldn't do anything. He was there physically, but his whole mind was on the field. He kept imagining how the match will end. The following day, Benjamin went out to meet the rest of the squad to hear the story. They were defeated 2-0. Benjamin was so pissed. He had this belief if he was there it wouldn't have turned out that way. Benjamin started growing hatred for the church. He feels it's because of the church that his passion is being tamed. His parents' strict religious views blinded them to his potentials. Benjamin, however, continued going to train with his team members as they await upcoming competitions. On this sunny Saturday morning, all the players were gathered on the field and being addressed by the coach. The coach got some exciting news for them. A group of scouts from Europe are coming to look for good footballers to pick and sign to the top big clubs in Europe. However, there's an age barrier. They are picking players that are between the age of 11 to 16 years. Some of the players in Lionheart Junior United are already above 16, including Benjamin. However, the coach asked them to false their age as this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The scouts barely visits this part of the world. The players, including Benjamin, all concurred to the idea. Benjamin, already frustrated with his parents and the church holding him back. This opportunity is just too tempting to resist. Time flies and the scouts eventually came to watch them play. All the players were ready to showcase their talents. The match was played while the scouts monitored closely, as their aim was to spot out the best talents. Then match ended and eventually the scouts selected 7 players. Fortunately, Benjamin was equally selected. He was even the first to be selected as he performed exceptionally well. All selected players were filled with joy as this was a dream come true for all of them. Benjamin had a meeting with his parents and was excited to share the good news with them. He told them how their lives was about to change with this golden opportunity. Because in as much the parents were against his career from the onset, every parents would definitely want their kids to be successful. But there is a problem. The parents were not satisfied with the fact Benjamin had to false his age. They were against it, and it kicked against their religion. From their facial expressions you could tell they were not too excited. Benjamin felt disappointed, but nevertheless he was still set to make this once-in-a-lifetime move. All selected players are getting ready as the date for their move had been fixed. The scouts are back and it's time for documentation and preparing all files necessary for the travel. All the players already submitted their files earlier that day. It was around 4:23 p.m. The scouts were already wrapping up when a man and a woman showed up together. Behold, it was Benjamin's parents. The scouts, wondering who they are, they introduced themselves. The man was holding a document. He handed it over to the scouts and explained. He confessed that his son Benjamin falsed his age, and the document they brought is the original birth certificate of Benjamin, which stated the exact date he was born. At this point it was game over for Benjamin. The scouts were disappointed. They had no choice than to withdraw Benjamin from the offer. Benjamin's dream of playing in Europe is shattered. Benjamin eventually found out what happened. He was devastated and heartbroken. He was so pained and frustrated, he swore never to forgive his parents. Benjamin eventually left the house, to a whole different location. He no longer attends church as he felt that was the major reason for his setback. 1 year later, he saw some of his teammates on TV, how they were being celebrated worldwide. He saw his teammates who once saw him as a role model now living his dream. Benjamin ended up as street thug, who never went back home. Moral of the story: 1. Suppressing someone's passion and talent can lead to resentment and unhappiness. 2. Honesty is key but context matters. 3. There may be dangers of imposing your beliefs on others.